top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Going for a big play right off the bat. Picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Bunch formation for these receivers. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Snagged in the middle, it's Denmark. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Second down, he'll throw it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Might be calling a hot route. Under fire. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's McCray. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient, make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins, guys, you start to really like the offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out route. At the 45 on his way. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Catch in the middle, it's Marsh. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Spartans headed quickly to the line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Spartans are threatening in the red zone. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. Here's a hit. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's St. Clair. Hauls it in. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing into wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his fingers side to side and say, no, no, no.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense.
Makes the grab, ready for the first down. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. You want to talk about converting a 4th down in style with a whole lot extra, David.
How about it? Clutch mode. Fourth down time. You only need a little, but he pushes the ball way down the field. He believes in his guy, makes the play, gets the big first down.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll throw again after the incompletion. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Got it in the middle, it's McCray. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Spartans line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's got it on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Makes the grab. It's Ivy. There he goes. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They got it at the 30. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's McCray. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his...
It's a seam wide open. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Spartans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Gonna look downfield again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Wants to throw on third down. Fires left. He's got it. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for your quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Touchdown, Spartans! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And he makes another big play for this offense. And, man, if I'm this defense, at some point I'm going to learn my lesson. We're in the second quarter. He's already over 100 yards. Like, I better start committing some resources to this guy, or else he's going to break some records because he is putting up some numbers on the day.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers owning the line of scrimmage and getting running backs on the ground.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. The quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Good right down the boulevard. And that's going to tie it up. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Michigan is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Big House, but the Maize and Blue have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 8 over Minnesota. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCray. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help his offense get positive points.
To the air on 2nd down. Pressure coming. And wings it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So a really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
Hunt is on its way. No fair catches here, looking for room. He'll be guided out of bounds. Not before a nifty return on that one. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his man. It's Denmark. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fears the pressure. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Spartans will kick it away to crank up the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Buys a little time. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Under fire. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Complete to the left. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at fourth.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him, and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they...
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Collier. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got him Penn deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Going to swing it on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wide out level noise. Pocket breaking down. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover two look. So there's two safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him, keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's St. Clair. They get to him as he throws. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Now the pitch. Turning on the Jets. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
And what a great decision by the quarterback. Like it's such a timing and art when you run this option. Like you want to get those guys to collapse on you like he does and get that pitch man open. And then you see now he has space to run down the field and make the big play.
Rush is on him. Quickly complete. He's loose. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Michigan is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been clicking in every facet of the game. They're up by 15 over Minnesota. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. That's reeled in. It's Denmark. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Got to give this guy credit all season long. He's played well, he's stayed healthy, and he's just executing. With that last throw, he's now surpassed 4,000 yards as we get late in the season.
They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Denmark. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on fourth down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. Got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
He'll bring it out. It's Collier. He's got great speed. Pretty good job on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 32-yard line. first snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking to throw. Bringing the heat. Quickly to the tight end. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of this big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Pulls it in. It's Marsh.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Got it in the middle. It's Marsh. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Flushed out of the pocket. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, they're after him. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that is a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Fires to the right. He's got it. Knocked off his feet.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. When you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He wants to change this route. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He turns that loose down the right side.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Penn State.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. And they reacted well with the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on. Trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
This time he's got his man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. DBs lock up tight on the receivers. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or you go for two. You go for the win. You try to take the lead. That is a you decision.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Making side adjustments here. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Back to pass on second down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And this defense taking matters into their own hands. First down, you get the sack. Second down, you force the incompletion. Now sitting at 3rd and long, you got them in their own territory. Big opportunity for this defense to shut this offense down right now.
The Nittany Lions need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, you look at the clock. They've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete. The final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. First play of the first possession of OT. He'll start this drive going to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. If he runs this back, this game's over. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. That'll do it. A pick six for victory. The interception to win in overtime. What about the speed for that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this.